Okay. Imagine what it's like when I hit my fucking elbow on it. I'm sure that's
Oh
gonna
my
be a
god,
fucking
you're like...
Yeah. It's not like I fucking got... I don't want to say bombs.
I was thinking it too.
Peacemaker, bend right over. I don't want to go. I'm scared.
Hi, everybody, and welcome back to the Neuskies podcast. You might notice already that the audio sounds a little bit different for this one.
Yeah.
That is because this is the first in-person podcast.
Yes. Let's fucking go.
It feels weird.
Yes. It's so strange because typically it's like, okay, we're going to record the podcast. We get in Discord.
Yeah.
And then we're like, okay, go.
Okay,
and then we're
good.
talking on Discord. We're here.
I was gonna say, I feel like almost like weird without like my headphones.
Yeah,
or anything.
it's like a completely different thing. It's so strange. But exciting. I'm definitely gonna have to insert a picture at some point in this of what the fucking setup is because it's so funny. It's so fucking funny. It's just, you'll see. It's too good. Humble beginnings to say the least, but make it fucking work. You do what you got to do.
I was saying that the setup can only improve from here.
Yeah,
because
this is ghetto, so it can't get more ghetto. We know that for sure.
I mean,
Filming it in an alleyway. We're like, so this is our dumpster.
Oh, I probably shouldn't shuffle that directly beside the mic.
It's gonna sound crisp.
Yes, so sorry. Sorry, I didn't even think about that until just now.
Dude, so it's fine. It probably some ASMR.
ASMR.
I'll bass boost it though. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, as always, we're starting out with our daily tarot.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't read cards. Like I haven't pulled cards since the last podcast. So
Yeah. Same. So we're going for it. I'm using the Wild Unknown tarot. Like Kim Kron's.
Yeah, also using the Tarot of the Divine as
swapping
always.
it up.
I am going to switch eventually.
Whoa. Alright.
Oh shit, we got 3?
I guess so. This looks like I'm having some emotions though, I'm going to be honest. These two go crazy. I actually also have to...
Ooh.
Hey,
I guess I'll do the bottom. Whoa. Okay, we each got 3.
Really? Okay.
Alright.
Real quick. I'm also having to look up one of the reversed cards because I don't think this book has reverse definitions, and I don't get reverse cards very often, so...
Oh.
I do have to look this one up. Oh! That's such good news. I'm glad I looked up the reverse, y'all. Because that card, for reference, it's a little rose.
Right.
Sorry, I also keep looking the wrong way because I'm looking at our laptop that's over here.
Oh, and not
to
the
look at the
camera.
fucking camera. But it's a little rose. That's what it looks like. Upright. I was like, that looks sad. But it's good reversed apparently, so we'll take what we can get here.
Okay. Let's see. That's not good.
I already feel like I know what this one's talking about. Yep. I do. The podcast is gonna learn too much.
Okay. Honestly, I do kind of want your opinion because I'm I don't know if maybe like I don't know. Sometimes sometimes you get a reading and you're like, how does this correlate?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking, I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
I was gonna say, if you would like to go first.
Yeah. So first I pulled the Five of Pentacles reversed. So that is this card.
Ooh.
Yeah. So typically the upright version is financial loss, lack of mindset, isolation, blah blah blah. Reverse. This is pretty much the opposite. So it's recovery from financial loss and spiritual poverty. So like emotional healing, financial
Yeah.
healing.
We need her.
I've been waiting for this
her.
one. I've been waiting. I've been waiting to see these cards. And then I pulled the Five of Cups. It's a sad horse if you can't tell.
Oh.
And that one says grief, disappointment. The Five of Cups indicates a time of sorrow. Relationships and friendships may fall apart, or an old friend could slip away. This will be disappointment and even regret. When this card appears,
no.
it's important to not make any hasty decisions. It may also be helpful to look at the type of expectation you place on others. Perhaps they can never do enough to please you. Now, indirectly, hear me out, chat. I can't get into this. I mean, maybe one day we'll spill
Maybe
the tea,
one day.
but we can't get into it right now, chat. But you know the issues I've had with said person
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
current and past times, and that is something I do have to confront this week. So I think it is kind of that, and I think it's the way I read that one just made sense when I saw this one to me, because I already kind of had an idea, but then when I pulled the other card, I was like, okay. But I'm thinking it's directly in correlation to said person, because
keep going. I'll talk about it in a second.
Because I feel like it's kind of a confirmation of like you're gonna feel the disappointment that you felt, because like there's a type of grief in like mourning the loss of a relationship kind of thing, you know, like friendships, relationships, which relationships I'm referring to is like everything obviously. Me and Jay are engaged, we're fine.
Yeah.
Clearly. Anyways, point being, you know, just like mourning that kind of thing, and it's gonna be confronting that directly, because it's like I can hide from stuff in Montana, kind of, because I don't have to worry about it.
Where the issue is, you're like, oh shit,
it's here.
Like,
yeah. So I think it's gonna be kind of that, because I mean I've already told you guys I've been feeling like a little anxious already, but like it's not been. Yeah. More of it has been like me being like, I get to see my friends, but then I'm like, the day is coming. Yeah. You know? But thank God when I'm like with you guys, it's like,
we're just silly goofy and you forget.
Well, because that's what I came back for. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like, I'm more excited than anything. And then I did the High Priestess, which I don't know why I put it back down reverse, because it wasn't, but I guess I got silly goofy at the end. But I think this is kind of referring to me in the situation, just because of how it worded it. But it says, mystery, psychic, and wisdom. The High Priestess sits in stillness. From there, she's able to access the realms of others passing by without notice. Vast world of intuition, dreams, and mystery. She uses silence and non-action to harness this power. Sometimes this card appears to remind you to listen more closely to the voice within. Other times it's a sign to look past the obvious, to find what's being kept secret or hidden within a given situation. Acknowledge the shadows. So after I read that one and then read that one, I was like, that's very direct.
Isn't it your birth card?
Which one?
The High Priestess.
No, the Hierophant. The Hierophant. No. I wish!
That eats!
That eats!
I know, mine is a little depressing. The Hermit is my birth card. Every time I think about it, I'm like, damn.
All right, you didn't have to say that. But yeah,
I feel like it is definitely that overarching issue that you have to address this week.
I'm ready. I've been here mentally. I feel like I'm more prepared for anything like this than I have been in my life, so that just makes me feel a lot better. You know?
Oh, that's nice though. Like just that feeling of like
I have the comfort in how I feel about everything. So like I'm not really worried about that aspect. It's like the confrontation of it. It's like, I don't know, confrontation can only go so many ways, you know, so it's just like which one.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's where we're
Right.
at.
So for mine,
That's
the
just my
first
legs
card
out.
that I pulled was the Seven of Swords. It's not gonna be able to see this at all, but it's the Seven of Swords, and I pulled it reversed.
Okay.
And this one was the one where I was like, ooh, why? Because in the reverse, it so it says here the Seven of Swords is a trickster, and the coyote represents deceit in all forms. But in the reverse meaning, it can represent conscious confession, getting caught, outsmarted, or deception. And I was like,
Excuse.
where are we going with this? Like, I'm like, no, I'm like nervous now in a way. I'm like, I don't know where we're going with that.
Yeah. Okay.
But then for my second card that I got was the Queen of Coins, and I pulled this in the upright position. And oh fuck, I just lost the card. That's okay. In the upright, it can represent a healer, luxury, being grounded, practicality, and movement, which is kind of the opposite of the first card. So I was kind of like, I don't know if I can. I don't know. Like, I don't know where we're going with this.
I already kind of have an idea, I think.
Oh, you think you? Okay.
Yeah.
And then the last card I pulled was this was on the bottom of the deck, is the Page of Wands.
Okay.
And the upright as well. And it can represent, in the upright it says playfulness, charisma, discovery, a rogue, enthusiasm.
Past, present, future.
Oh, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Okay,
I think
yeah.
you've been finding way more confidence in yourself and like knowing what you want. And I think the first card is kind of showing like past of like what you've went through, what
Of, like,
you've been working through
yeah.
since then, of just kind of like the deception, you know, that kind
Yeah.
of thing. And then like present, kind of where you're at now, and then like
I mean,
where
like,
you're
yeah.
getting to.
I do like that actually.
Like I thought that
didn't
when
really,
you
like,
read
think
the first
about it.
card,
Yeah.
and then when you read the second one, I was like,
oh,
yeah, I think I know where this is.
Because like I
going.
was also gonna say like the middle card being like the present of like a healer, like, you know,
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
grounded and like where, like I feel like it is kind of like where I'm at. I'm still trying to like make sure that I'm like
Well, 'cause-
grounding and like working on the things that I've been trying to work on.
Yeah.
Like it's
which is one thing I will say that I've kind of enjoyed, that we decided to start doing the tarot read for the podcast, because it is a way we get to do kind of like that healing and like spiritual work, but like together.
Yeah.
So it's like nice because you kind of get to like talk through it and talk about like, you know, what the pulls mean and stuff like
Mhm.
that. So it's just,
And
I don't know.
I love having like both of us read, because then some days like this where I'm like, I don't really know where this is going
Yeah.
with it. Like we can kind of
Yeah.
help each other interpret
Which
it. And
that's
stuff,
what I was
which
gonna
is
say.
really
It's kind of nice because it's like you have the spiritual healing part, but it's like you're also not doing it alone. You have like the other interpretation and the validation of it, and I just really like that.
I will say the reason I was shocked was because I was moving the card off of the deck so I could just like have them all set out, and then the bottom became the tower.
And it's like, that was the next
That
one.
was the next one. Like, come on, dude. Who-
Cheating death.
Yeah, I like as soon
Worse
as-
than cheating death.
That's
Cheating
like
the tower.
I moved that card and I was like, like it made me like a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie to
Yeah.
y'all. I was like, damn. Is
Also-
does that mean she's coming?
She's on her way now. Also, since we're on the podcast, we don't have to put this in,
Oh.
but I have something for you.
Oh, Destiny.
I have something for you. Don't be shy. Open your mouth.
I'm gonna shit my pants on the podcast.
Don't you dare. Not on the bear.
Oh, Destiny, this is gonna be rough. I'm gonna read it right now. I'm gonna lose it.
Don't cry. You're gonna make me cry.
Dude, I cried with
No,
Daniel
I
too.
remember. I literally was showing Danielle you were gonna cry. I knew it. Oh, I hate when you guys do this because
I'm
like I'm
sorry.
empathetic and then I cry. I always cry and everybody else is
I
crying.
was gonna say, for anybody who doesn't know, I'm the biggest baby on the planet.
We're all emotional, but I get the second hand, so anytime I give a gift, then like I know they're gonna like, you know, react that way. I already think about crying, and I'm like they're gonna cry, so I'm already thinking about it, and then when I see them cry, I'm like.
Also, I think that's like one of 3 pictures that we have
Yeah,
together.
with Madeline, ours had the 4 of us in it because me and Madeline don't have a picture just of us except from high school.
Yeah.
So I had to use one from a New Year's party. So that's funny.
No. This is so cute though.
Good. I put a lot of thought into it. I was trying to figure out how I wanted to do everything, so I needed to make it cute.
Also, I was wondering because I know Danielle did it like as like you and Gracie,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I wonder if you were gonna do that, but I was like, I know Madeline is gonna be it for sure,
Mm-hmm.
and so I was like, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but I wasn't expecting to.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. And when I was telling Madeline and everything, she was like, "You're gonna have both of us." I was like, "I need my Libras there. Like that's my balance.
God, yeah,
That's my literal balance. So like, it's just a must."
I didn't even think about that. I always
Yeah.
forget that me and Madeline are like so close, like birthday wise.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
You guys react to things a lot of the like same ways, so that's like one of the things I need to. And I'm like, and I know they'll get shit done. So like,
What's her moon?
Hmm?
What's her moon?
don't remember.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm really bad about remembering other people's like full charts.
So yeah, I got Leo.
Like I remember Jay's kind of. I don't remember his rising, but we have the same moon. We both
Oh.
Aries moon.
Yeah.
That's
that
why
makes
when we
sense.
be having disagreements, we're like, and we bicker for 5 minutes and go, "I'm sorry, that wasn't necessary." What I meant to say was, would you like ranch? Not, are you gonna fucking just sit there with it?
You're just gonna fucking sit there with it.
You don't want any of the other shit you always be complaining about. I shouldn't have said it like that. I should have just said, "You want some ranch?" So anyways, you want some ranch. But hey, at least both of us communicate like that, so it's like we know we're not actually beefing because it's like I feel like if one person's doing that and the other person's not, it's like you hurt my feelings
you hurt my
all the
feelings.
time. Why are you mean? But both of us are like, I'm sorry.
I know that's like Cancer moon.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. That's Matt. He got all of them.
I was wondering what was gonna be in that.
Premium cards and stationery.
I know that's why I was like stationary. I was like, damn, like you brought them. Like you
Yeah,
didn't have
bro.
to, you didn't have to bring that. Like you could have just like mailed it.
It's fine.
It's fine. Like, because I thought it was gonna be like letters for Danielle because then you guys write each other and stuff like that. I was like,
that take the whole point out of it. Why
yeah,
you
I
do
was
that?
like, you're supposed to send it in the mail. Like,
Yeah, no. I brought all those. I kept them in
does
the
it have
box.
everybody else's in there
Mhm.
too?
Yeah, I gave Madeline to her yesterday,
Oh, wait.
and then
You're gonna give them to him today?
yeah, I was thinking about waiting until dinner for yours, but then I was like, what if I just do
What if
it on
we
the
do it on the
podcast? Since we're
podcast?
doing the podcast. So yeah, I figured I would do that, and then I would give everybody else's them tonight. So,
I was gonna say that gets me out of crying in Ginia. So
Yeah. Well, because Gracie might cry, but I don't think Danielle will. So
no, Danielle.
I figured
probably
you'd rather
won't.
cry here
Yeah,
because you did cry at.
I did cry in the middle of Iron Age.
Yeah, I
for
was
my,
gonna
on
say
my birthday.
on your birthday.
Which I cry every year on my birthday, anyways.
So
like,
there you go. It was just for a different reason. Not
yeah.
mine.
I don't know why I do that. Also, like every year,
I think
like,
I do
like,
too.
every year, I'm
I think if
guaranteed
you-
to. If I don't cry ever again, I'm crying on my birthday.
Yeah, I
Right.
think if you don't cry on your birthday, you're not even
Was it
real.
even a birthday? Like,
Did you even age up? That's why you cry, I think. You're like, well, look, I'm a new age.
Dude, we were having the conversation about that the other day, like in call, because I was like, I'm gonna be 24 this year.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Dude. It's crazy.
But then I was also thinking, I was like,
Jay's gonna turn 25
yeah,
because he just
he's a
turned
year older than me.
24.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's
Crazy.
gonna be what? Like
Matt's
20
gonna be 30 next
He's
year.
gonna be 30 next year. I was like, he's like, dude, he's gonna be 27.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes, he's getting close.
No, it's crazy though
Ooh.
because I feel like if you didn't know Matt's age, you wouldn't. You know
No,
what I mean?
I genuinely, I feel like if you put me and Matt together, I definitely look older than Matt.
Yeah.
But it's also because like the facial and everything.
He's a
too.
twink.
He's a twink.
Matt's a twink.
You
If you
guys will
guys
get-
know Matt,
If you guys
he's
know
a
Matt, if you
twink.
don't, you'll
You'll see him
Unfortunately, we'll meet him
eventually. We'll have to. That whole video will be demonetized, but we'll have him on.
Yeah. You'll get to see 2-second clip that we actually get to put in the video. Like,
the whole thing's bleeped the entire time. I just feel like with Matt's, we have to just assume we're gonna get demonetized. So it's like, if that video does really well, we make no money from it. It's all Matt's fault. Or not everything he says, but at least every 15 minutes, we'll have something we have to bleep. He lets the impulsive things just fly
Matt
from
is like
his
king
mouth.
of just like letting the intrusive thoughts win and just saying whatever.
Yeah. I admire him for it. And hate him for it.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Both parts. Equal parts. No, maybe not equal. Did that sound more sus? Is that maybe not equal?
Ooh. No, I can't say it on the podcast. Never mind.
I can't say anything either. I can't say what I want.
I was like, we can cut it. It's giving 3/5 compromise.
I was saying it's giving mutt. we went opposite ways. But I'm mixed. That's why we'd be arguing. We'd be like, you fucking mixedy?
Yeah. Mixedy.
Because we're both half white.
Yeah.
Other half's different, but we have the half white in common.
Half white, and that's good.
And that's when we be calling each other
Yeah.
mixedy and whatever. And mutt. Yeah. That's that white people syndrome.
So white.
Is that what? Can we start calling racism white people syndrome?
Yeah.
Because that seems accurate. You want to be white so bad.
Racism white so bad.
Fucking pasty. Anyways.
Anyways.
What celebrity are you like currently obsessed with?
Ooh.
I feel like.
I mean,
I was gonna say I
give me
feel
a
like
second. I'm gonna.
mine like kind of cycle
Yeah.
out, you know, and you just have somebody you're like in the moment with. Because right now, I don't know if y'all be knowing Sam and Colby like that, but Jake, their friend Jake, Weber.
I was gonna say, dude, we've talked about this. He has been all over my TikTok.
Him and
right
Johnny?
now. Yes.
Yeah.
But, like, mostly him, though. I feel like I see a lot of, like, solo clips of him, too.
Yeah.
I'll see both. But, like, dude, he is all over my feed right now.
Jake Weber just seems like somebody I could be the bestest of besties with.
100%.
He's so unironically funny because I see his sense of humor and I go, I know half of the people watching this don't think it's funny because these are jokes I tell and only half the time do people think it's funny. So I'm like, I can appreciate the sense of humor here. But also, he's just got good fashion sense.
Yeah.
Like, I see the stuff he posts and I'm like, it fucking eats.
Every time, dude.
And I'm like, dude, the fashion sense just impeccable. Impeccable. And he keeps getting new tattoos, and it makes me want to keep getting more tattoos because they just look so good.
I was trying to like.
And I just got this
see
one.
if I like.
I just got this one, but now I'm like, I got both going.
I don't know. I was trying to like look and like see like in like some of the stuff that I've recently liked or whatever. And like genuinely the only thing that's coming up is because I recently been watching the spinoff of Street Woman Fighter. Which is the Street Dance Girl Fighter. And so I've just been like absolutely obsessed with some of like the crews from there.
Period. Okay.
So it's like not like one celebrity, but kind of like a group of like I guess now famous people because they've obviously got a lot bigger on the show. Specifically from like Jam Republic again. Like we talked about them. We talked about them when I was watching Street Woman Fighter, but like I love Jam Republic. And so like one like specific there's Latrice is like one of the members.
Okay. Yeah.
Of that crew of like the original Jam Republic,
right.
And she, like, I absolutely like love her so much. Her dancing insane, like 'cause she has like more of like an Afro style dance, which is really sick. I
her
love
choreography,
like
because Brody would show me some of the clips and stuff while they were watching it, and like before we'd go to bed, we would just watch a couple of the dance clips. First off, every single time she came to fucking win. I just want to say that. And choreography goes crazy every time. Yes. And their outfits, always 8. Always.
And so, like, in the spinoff, they have it where, like, three of the members of the original crews will come on and be, like, mentors. Okay. Then, you know how, like, in The Voice, they do it where they have like, audition, and then they get,
the person gets picked, and then they help them kind of navigate
So that's
everything.
what they do with this.
Okay.
except they'll have like a bunch of different crews on there audition together, and then at one point, instead of like having like they pick a crew, they had to pick individual members. So they were picking people from different crews
Oh shit!
who had never been together.
It's like how One Direction came together. All the
Yeah.
dudes like
And so they were
auditioned
just kind
separate
of
and then
like,
kind of like grouped
like-
together.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And spoiler alert for anybody if you want to watch it, but German Republic did win also. So,
Shit. Okay. Yeah.
'cause their crew is absolutely insane.
Yeah,
for
I was
this
gonna
one.
say they don't
Like-
fucking come to play. But also the funniest thing about it is like they're so competitive, and you can tell because of like how hard they go for their
Oh, yeah.
performances. But also like they just genuinely look like they're having
They
so
just-
much
yeah,
fun
like
when they
and
dance.
there was a
That was one of the
couple
things I
different,
told you
like-
I loved about
yeah.
watching them is I was like, you can tell they're just like
Mhm.
having fun.
There was a couple different times like in the show where like you could see like a lot of tension between people who were like actually like having disagreements, and German Republic's just like they're like, yo, like okay.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
else is like when they're like they see other crews dancing, they're like, and then German Republic's like, ooh, like they're like hyping everybody up. They're
Yeah.
like, I love them. Their
Yeah.
their attitude
It's just
is
good
just
energy.
absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I need to actually go and like watch all of it because when you were
Mhm.
watching it, I was like,
I will say I do have a couple clips that I want to show you from the new one,
Really?
from Street Dance Girl Fighter or whatever.
Period.
So, they ate them up. Like,
okay, we'll have to look. We'll have to invest because
it's very good. Like
yeah,
they did because normally
we
it's
gotta
like
learn how to dance eventually.
yeah.
We'd be watching a bunch of videos of people dancing, and then we'll show each other the videos of
And then
people
we just like,
dancing.
and then we're like, oh,
We're like, we wish we could dance.
instead of actually practicing and like trying it,
Instead
I
of
was just like,
doing
I
it.
wish we could.
Wait, we can take dance classes when you move.
I know. That's what I thought. I want to.
Because Hannah told me they have a couple places in Missoula that do dance classes.
Really?
Because I was talking about it one day because we saw somebody dancing and we both went, I wish I could dance.
wish
and
I
then
could
we
dance.
laughed. And I go, this sounds like me and one of my other friends. Because I was like, we will literally talk about this and be like, look at this performance. And we're like, I wish I knew how to
could do
dance. Never do
that.
it.
Never does it. Yeah.
I'd be busting it down at my house, but I don't know what it looks like, and I don't want to record it because I don't think I can handle what it looks like. If I see that from the side, that may be my last thing.
Dude.
It'll send me over the edge.
send me over the
Yeah, I
edge.
don't know if I can do that.
Dude, also because like I see a lot of people like like the dance studios, they have like the big wall of mirrors.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Sometimes like if I like set up a mirror, like I'll start and then I'm like I feel weird.
Like,
Like look
no,
at me, I feel weird. I
don't
don't like
make me. I can see me.
it.
Yeah.
So it's
I feel like I'd have to do that because
yeah, well, because it's one of those like it's a double-ended sword. I feel like because it's
Yes.
like you're like I want to see myself so I can know what I look like. While
But
I'm
then
doing
if
this.
I look dumb, I
But then
saw
if I
myself
look
look
dumb,
dumb.
I saw myself look dumb. Yeah.
But I feel like with that, because when I set up a camera, typically I feel like I'm not looking at myself when I'm doing it because it's like you have a camera, so you're not like
Yeah, you're trying to like you're focusing on something completely different.
yeah,
like-
because you're trying to like make sure you're like in the frame of doing something or whatever. But it's like in front of the mirror, it's like it's not recording me
Yeah.
one, and I can see how I look when I'm doing it, so I can make sure it doesn't look dumb. But that's why I said I want to go to a class because they have like the mirrors, so you can actually
Yeah.
see what you look like.
Well, that and also like especially like for like beginner classes and stuff, they're there to teach you. They're not like
And also, if you look dumb, they're fully expecting that because like it's a
Because it's a
beginner
beginner,
class. Yeah. I know. It was like I always thought about it. This Matt Stefanina or however you say his name, who does choreography.
yeah.
That I was like, you know how cool it'd be to go to one of his classes, and I was like, imagine I went, but it was only like the advanced.
Oh my god.
class, and I just signed up anyways. It was like, if I sign up and pay for it, he's gonna be like, okay, but then he's gonna be like, why
Why
the
the
fuck are
fuck?
you here? I'm like over there like doing the push up like grind thing, and I'm like,
Oh god.
that's my.
I was gonna say
final day.
my biggest fear of like anytime like I see a dance, I'm like I want to learn that is when they start doing like really flexible moves. Like they'll like I think I actually did one
Injure
yesterday
myself.
where they were like
Oh,
they did like essentially like it's like a split, but
Yeah.
you just like lift one of your legs. up.
Yeah,
Anytime I see that, I'm like done. I can't do it.
I will hurt myself. Please don't make me.
Like I'm about to break my hip off. Like
It's gonna be like a Barbie leg and just like and then just fucking. Oh, dude, that's awful. But dancing always just looks so fun. And then you hear like a good song and you're like, I wish I knew how to bust it down right now. Dude, it's tragic.
Also, speaking of the Barbie movie,
Mhm.
did you see the fucking Golden Globe Awards comedy show or whatever it was?
No.
So you know how like at the Golden Globes they always do like the comment, like they always have a comedian come in and like do a bit or whatever. It was I don't even remember what his name is, but it was this guy. He went up and he had 10 days to write his like his set, and he just went up there and did the most dog shit, like misogynistic, like he was making jokes about
for the Barbie movie.
well, so it was for the Golden Globe Awards,
Oh,
but he made a joke about the Barbie
okay.
movie in it. And then he also like made a joke about Taylor Swift. It was really weird.
He went after everything everybody likes.
Because yes, he went after the Barbie movie and Taylor Swift and everybody. It's also funny because he made a joke about Taylor and it just shows her like sipping on her drink and she's like she looked pissed.
Yeah, because she's probably like.
And then it also at one point it showed ignore that. It showed like the camera panning over at Selena Gomez and she's sitting there at their table and she just goes like like she just puts her head down on the table and everybody's like, dude, she's ready to leave.
No way.
But like it was so bad because he's like, yeah, I only had 10 days to write this, and it's like, guy, that's over a week that you had to write your set, and you did.
I was gonna say, and that's what you came up with. That's
like,
tough.
That's crazy. They
tough.
Could have gotten anybody else in there, and I think it would have been funnier.
That's bad.
I honestly, I'm not even a comedian like that, but I could write a better set. Like,
yeah,
ain't no way, dude.
Our podcast probably had better sets. That's pretty bad. That's
like,
pretty fucking bad.
I saw clips of it, like, and I didn't watch like the full like his full set. Or
I couldn't imagine that it was bearable. So probably
no, because I remember I watched like a clip of it and I was like, yikes! Like,
it's
like when we watch those cringe videos where I'm like, I gotta turn this off.
My skin itch. I can't do this.
It just gave me the ick the whole time, and I was like, I don't want to watch the full set anymore. Like it's not even worth it.
It's not worth the pain and suffering I'm gonna endure. Yeah, that's pretty. God, that reminds me of I was talking to my parents last night about how I had just seen this clip of Justin Timberlake for the first time. I've always been a Justin Timberlake fan because music goes hard.
Yeah.
But oh my fucking god, it was an old video from probably like 2006 around that time, and
I don't like where this is going.
It was either while he was dating Britney Spears or like right as they had broken up. I don't remember which one. But anyways, he's on the stage at like a show. I don't know if he was like hosting or if he had just come up there to do like a little segment or whatever. But he gets up there and he's like, "They call me Lake Justin Timberlake." Boom, 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 boom. It starts like wiggling his hips around, and he's like beatboxing, and the camera pans over to Britney Spears, and she's like, like dead staring to the camera. I was like, no, poor Britney. Bro, she didn't deserve that. They call me Lake. Timberlake.
And it's just like, absolutely not.
Hold on,
dude.
I feel like I need to find the clip just to show you. I'll put a clip in here so you guys can actually also suffer.
Oh no.
But I just feel like I have to show you because I need you to feel the way I felt when I saw it. Dude, it's that bad.
Oh no, dude! I'm actually like I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of scared to see it.
Yeah. Yes, that's a reasonable way to feel. Because I should have been more scared going into it.
Oh. I'm sorry, just the pause and like turn around.
Incredibly hard.
Incredibly hard watch. Oh.
Dude, it was just like, why? Hold on, let me see if I can find the...
Oh, where it pans to her.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm just imagining like being there with like either like, you know, the person like you're famous for dating and you're just sitting there, you're like,
yeah, dude. It's so bad. And I also forget there's a lifetime that we live in where Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears were together.
Yeah.
Because it's also weird when you think about all the like older celebrities that were like already like like famous when you were like small
Was it
enough to
them
not
that
know
had,
what the
like,
fuck was going on.
The fucking like it was like a lot of like the jean.
Oh yeah, Brittany was jean everything.
Yeah.
It was mini
was like, you got
skirts,
the, like,
low
the
rise jorts, jeans.
You got the fucking
like calf length, like khakis.
I almost said something else.
Don't.
I almost said the wrong thing. I was gonna try to say shoes, but make it jean shoes. Dude.
No, not like this. We can't go down like this. Oh fuck! That's fuck! I can't. That's so funny.
Dude, I'm so sick.
On a rough streak. I don't know if I'll be able to. I feel so bad for her after I saw this performance though, because I was like the way.
Oh, because then you have to go back out in public and like be like, yeah.
Because either way, it
Just
being
that.
your ex or your current,
it's still
it's
very,
either like I literally just stopped dating this man. This is embarrassing that this is who I was with,
or
or
it's like where I'm
this is
currently
embarrassing
dating.
who I'm
Like,
with.
like,
Which I can't tell from her face either, because she's just like dead stares into the screen, like say fucking get the camera,
Yeah,
cut the
get-
cameras,
get the cameras.
cut the cameras, cut the cameras. Anyways, another thing, I feel like we just had to have this debate.
Oh god.
Top 3 ice cream flavors. Because I'm ready to get controversial.
Okay. I know my number one. Are we talking about like you go to like the grocery store
Yeah.
and you have all the
You
ice
get
cream to
any
pick from,
selection. Yeah.
Like, okay. Oh, I don't know if I want to say the brand because I don't know if
Okay.
they're like canceled or not.
Ah,
Ben and Jerry's.
okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I know they're usually pretty like woke and stuff like that, but like I didn't know
I have
if they.
no idea.
I don't want to. Free pass
Facts. Free pause time.
But they're half baked by Ben and Jerry's.
Okay.
The top ice cream
Okay.
flavor that's ever
Yeah,
been
no,
created
half-baked is
on
good.
Earth.
Okay, period. Okay. I think my number one, which ironically enough, I don't get it all the time,
Mhm.
because sometimes I'm just like in the mood for something specific. Neapolitan.
Okay. I'll accept that because let me tell you, strawberry ice cream in general is the most underrated, like
Yes,
basic
yes,
flavor
yes,
of
yes.
ice cream that's ever.
So
yeah.
that's what I was gonna say, was a lot of the time, if I'm just choosing one ice cream flavor, it's so hard for me to decide anyways, because it's like Tillamook, they got an Oregon strawberry flavor, and it's strawberry, and it
Ooh.
has like chopped up like strawberries like frozen in it too. It's phenomenal.
That sounds good as fuck.
Yes, love strawberry ice cream.
I love strawberry. Like, in
But
general, like,
vanilla holds a special place in my heart. Like truly, I love vanilla ice cream. But then chocolate ice cream is also
well, see,
just
I was gonna say
so
like
good.
the combo of like Neapolitan too, like
It's the best of
it was gonna say because like
everything.
it's also like the combos of all of those flavors are so good together, like chocolate and strawberry, like chocolate covered strawberry. It's like come on,
Yes.
like vanilla and chocolate, obviously a classic.
Yeah.
Like
And then vanilla and strawberry.
like
God damn. Yeah. So it's my favorite, but I don't get it that often,
Yeah.
because also you don't see it many places unless it's like that fucking fat tub you get for
oh
like
my
a birthday
god,
party.
yeah. It's like
And I
there's,
don't want to buy them.
Yeah.
Like I live in an apartment. That's the size of my freezer.
That's the size of my freezer. Yeah.
Like I have to have other food in there, so like that's
Dude.
just not gonna work.
no.
But
I don't ever see like little tubs of it
yes,
anymore.
well, because I used to see like the
Yeah.
whatever pints they would do of it, and Tillamook had one of those, and I've
Mhm.
gotten it before, and I was like, oh fuck
It
yeah.
sounds yeah.
Yes.
It's genuinely.
But I
such
just
a
don't
good-
see it, so I don't get it often,
Mhm.
because it's always those fat tubs, and I'm like, I don't need a child
I don't need
birthday
a child
party
birthday
size.
party size. Well, I was gonna say I feel like
tub,
that
you know?
also like Neapolitan holds like a very like nostalgic kind of thing.
Yes,
too, of,
so it's like you save it for the special occasion when
Yeah.
you need
those
the
big
birthday
fucking
stuff.
tubs.
We're like, we having a party,
We're having a party.
and then
Ooh.
because that's also such an easy one. If you have it for a party, you can get any combo of.
You know,
You
we
can
should
just get
make one day
chocolate.
again, like soon for like a party or whatever.
Mm.
Is that fucking like remember that we had it when we were at work for our Christmas party, and it was like the ice cream, the float thing.
Yeah, what is that called?
I don't know. It was like the punch, but it wasn't punch. It was ice cream
Yeah.
and something. It was like
It's like sherbet and
yeah.
ginger ale or Sprite or
Yeah. Which I feel like
something
would
like
be like I don't know. That just sounds.
It was so good though.
I didn't try it just because it looked very
Oh.
so like it looked very suspicious.
It was good.
really
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, which some people, depending on who you are, some people like to get the foam that the
Oh.
sherbet has for it, but I don't, because I don't like that. So I always
texture is
I
cool,
scoot
yeah.
it and then I get the juice
Yeah.
from the bottom. That's the good part.
I was
Because
gonna
that's
say,
like all the
texture
dissolved,
of,
but it
like,
gets
the
like foamy.
foam
Yeah.
is yuck.
Yeah, if I'm drinking foam, I might as well just eat a fucking styrofoam plate and then
Yeah, like I said, like I've recently I used.
drink.
I was gonna say
I'm sorry.
I like
My
recently
fault.
more like I've seen recently why Danielle doesn't like whipped cream because the texture of it is
Oh,
very
it's like fucky.
yeah.
yeah.
And so then it like leaves like a weird like film and
It
just,
melts, but
It's just
not
gross.
really because it's still somehow
Yeah.
chunky. Yeah, it's a weird
It's a
texture.
weird texture.
It's an
kinda, like-
acquired thing
Mhm.
for sure. So strange.
Ooh, okay. A number 2, I feel like is a good like solid middle ground pick.
Mm-hmm.
Moose tracks.
Period. Okay, yeah. Moose tracks. I'm 100% on board with
Yeah,
that. They're really good.
I love moose tracks so much, and it's like and like me. I think I don't remember who I was talking to on Discord one day, but they were like, "Yeah, I don't really like moose tracks that much," and I was like,
Damn.
"You don't like?"
Why not? Tell me now.
Like, dude, it has everything that's so good, like the peanut butter cups. I was
Does
thinking
it have like caramel?
that's
like,
that's
mixed?
turtle.
Oh,
That's different. That's like the separate one, which also just as good.
Also good. Yeah.
Because that one has the pecans in it too.
Oh, okay.
Whereas like
okay,
I think
okay.
the one it has like it's like chocolate vanilla with like the peanut butter cups, and then it has like those like fudge pieces. In
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I was getting those
it. Mm-hmm.
mixed up. Okay. Yeah. No. Very, very good.
Very good. Such
Very
a good
good.
ice cream flavor.
Okay. So I was gonna say my number 2 is the birthday cake ice cream.
That's my mom's favorite.
That is also my mom's favorite.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I started eating it because I used to only
I was
eat
gonna say,
I used to only eat
yeah.
vanilla ice cream.
I used to not like birthday cake when I was a kid.
Really?
Yeah, just
Mm.
because I didn't like the texture of like it's like the icing that's in it.
Oh, there's icing and then there's like
Yeah.
little sprinkles too.
Yeah, I didn't like the texture of it, but now as like an adult, I've gotten like it's like
Right.
like I've got it like where
Yeah.
I like it now.
I used to like it a lot because in elementary school we'd have like the little ice cream thing. So if you brought your ice cream money, you could get that. And my mom once a week would ask me like what day I want to get ice cream.
Mhm.
So she'd give me ice cream money, and they would have the little birthday cake.
I forgot about that. You had to bring like ice cream money to like actually get one.
I know. I bring in my
forgot.
little bag and I prepay
like-
for the week.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I forgot about that because
And
I
have the little pouch
I
with
also remember
everybody's
like we
name on it.
went to
And they pull it
elementary
out.
school together at one point. in
Yeah.
time, which is
It's so strange to
so
think about
strange.
because like it was for 1 year.
Yeah, so like because it was what 3rd grade.
3rd grade, yeah.
We went to the same elementary school, and then I moved schools again,
Mm-hmm.
and then in 6th grade
We
started
we
going to the
met
same
again,
school.
and we had like so many classes together.
Yeah, we had so many classes together, and also we were like,
'Cause we had,
oh my
like,
god, like it's so nice to like
4
meet
out of
you.
our 6 classes together, I think.
I think I think there's only 2 that we didn't have together.
So weird.
And it was so crazy because it was like when we met the second time, it was like like we forgot, like we didn't remember
Yeah.
that we had already met.
Because it was like a later thing where we ended up talking about it, and it's like, wait, you went there?
You went there, and it's like, I think it was Gracie. It's
Yeah.
like how I remembered because it was
Yeah.
like she was somehow like going to like that school,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I went to that school at one
Mhm.
point too.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
The realization, like, wait a minute,
wait a minute.
we've met before? Yeah, so
Yeah.
weird. Life be doing weird things. And now here we are.
Now here we are.
So strange.
God.
Ew.
Ew. Wait, that means technically, like, if you think about it, we've known each other for
Longer than
15
that.
years, technically. But even then, the reason I was talking about at work the other day was like the age is catching up to me
Mm-hmm.
because I was thinking this year makes 12 years that we've known each other, and I'm gonna be turning 24, so I've literally known you half of my life.
So creepy to think
That's
about.
so weird.
Because me and Gracie were talking about that.
Yeah,
Because me and Gracie have been friends
Oh,
for 15
yeah.
years.
like
15!
insane, dude. Like.
What the hell?
I think Danielle was also asking about that last time on Discord. She was like, "How long have I known you guys?" Oh, because she was updating the wedding website,
Yeah.
and she was like,
yeah.
"How long have I known you guys?" And it's like
Mhm.
we're like over 10 years now, dude. Like,
like
yeah,
cool,
it makes
but
me feel,
also
like, it makes me
weird.
feel, it makes me feel so much older than I am.
I know.
Because I'm like,
You
I
age a
like,
little bit every time you think about that. You're like, damn. Well, now I'm 32 next year.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck. Yeah,
It's like a
so
leap
crazy.
year; it just jumps. Like,
All the way to 30.
yeah,
That was a long fucking
yeah,
year.
long fucking year, dude.
No, one day went crazy. I forget about leap year. Did they get rid of it?
No, I think this year's a leap year, 2024. The only reason
What does
I
that
could,
mean?
the only reason I remember the years of the leap years because I saw somebody talk about it. It's like every year that we have the presidential election is a leap year.
Yeah. That's a good way to remember.
And so, because like 2016, 2020, then
yeah, that's an easy way to remember. I never even thought about that.
I saw somebody was talking about this. They're like every like leap year has been really
Sorry if y'all can hear that. Some shitter on his bike. I've done that twice now. That's so fun.
It makes it better because I just repeat it every time. But oh fuck, what were we talking about?
Leap year.
Sorry, they were talking about every like leap year has been really rough. So everyone is like, this year is not looking at like it better be a good one finally. Because 2016 was like all the clowns, and that was like the whole like big thing that happened that year.
Clowns.
Which I remember because we were still in marching band at the time, and we every night we'd have to have a buddy to walk out to our cars with because there were fucking clowns everywhere.
Because they were literally fucking seeing clowns around our school.
Yeah, and then
what the fuck?
2020 being obviously the pandemic.
Yeah.
And so everybody's like, it's 2020.
We get a break, right? We get a break, right?
Like it's
if the clowns come back, I will fuck somebody up. I was a child then. I'm not a child now. I will kill a killer.
Okay, but hear me out. They just combine it. COVID clowns. You got double.
That's a killer clown for
that's
sure.
That's a killer clown.
COVID clowns. That's a good band name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you and him gotta change it.
We gotta change the killer clowns. Welcome to our fucking performance. We're killer clowns. You sure broke my heart. That's how it's gonna be. Maybe crying over the ukulele.
I'm excited for you guys to make music.
I know. I'm really excited too. Especially because the combo is going really good of me currently making beats and practicing doing that, and Hayden literally going to school for music right now.
Yeah, he's like learning more of like a professional aspect.
Yes, because he's learning. A lot of what he's learning right now too is like combining tones that sound good together.
Yeah,
and that's gonna help so much with that because he usually writes the chords.
Oh yeah,
and then I kind of construct the beat around his chords that he does, so it works really well. Yeah. Because I have like a general understanding of that, obviously, because I was in band and stuff, but it's just been so long.
Yeah.
Like, I really only think about it when I'm doing it because I don't have a keyboard or anything that I can just, practice doing that on. But Hayden's actively playing and studying music on a daily basis, so it's just, it definitely helps out with that because it gives me a refresher to be able to like, ask, like, oh, what chords sound good with this chord? So we can, like, come up with something that sounds good together versus just being like, does this sound good?
Does it sound good?
Does this sound good?
It's like a trial. Instead of a trial and error, you actually have like
yeah, like something to base it off of. Like, these are the chords that sound good together. Which one do we like the most? So it just makes everything go a lot smoother because we get to like meet each other on the stuff I understand and he doesn't, and the stuff he understands and I don't. It's a very good mix, I think. So I'm very excited for us to make music, which eventually, if you want to join the band.
I have to pick up an instrument.
Well, I want to pick one up too, but me and Jay have talked about in about a year, so we want to both learn guitar together.
Oh shit!
Yeah. I told him I wanted to learn bass guitar again, and he said he wants to learn regular guitar. So we were talking about he'll get a regular guitar and I'll get a bass, and we'll practice together.
That's sick. I
thought that'd be really cute
too.
Let's practicing our little guitars together, and then he can be in the band if he wants. But he said he's always just really wanted to pick up guitar, and he's always just wished his parents like kept him in lessons or something. Because he did drum lessons in high school for like 2 years.
Yeah, I remember kind of
and was learning to play the drum set and everything. But he just
ended up drum set can't do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I've never.
The moment I have a house, I can get one. I'm getting a drum set.
I think it's just because it's too many things for my brain to focus on at one time.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And it's crazy enough. Like after being in marching band, you'd think I would be able to, but like the process.
You're
of, like,
separating all the coordination,
like doing stuff with my hands, and then also worrying about like what's going on with like the bass pedals and all that stuff. There's just so many things that I'm like I can't like.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get that for sure. I think it's just more so because I grew up with having a drum set because my parents ended up getting me one or whatever. It was like I was able to practice that when I was in middle school and then learn actual... What'd you say?
I just hit my elbow.
Let me with the fucking microphone. But like I was able to learn music in school, and then whenever I get home, I have a drum set I can just play on.
Yeah.
So it was like I was able to learn it and like apply the stuff I was learning from learning at school to playing it. So it was like I could just sit downstairs and fuck around until it sounded good.
Yeah.
So I think that helps a lot because it's just hard to sit there and also like practice in that kind of scenario. Like that's harder for me just because I guess I'm like scared of like fucking up too much when you're like trying to play with other people.
Yeah.
It's like as everybody's learning, so if you're not picking it up as quick as everybody else, you feel like
you're like
like,
holding them back.
sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry, you're not learning as much stuff because I can't learn it. So it's like I would just go home and just fucking practice is all the time I could. So I definitely want to get another drum set, but I just really miss playing the bass guitar. Like I started playing that I think junior or sophomore year, and it started because we ended up playing it for a piece.
Yeah.
But one of my friends at the time played ukulele all the time. So when I started learning guitar, like regular guitar, but I was just not good at regular guitar. I was like, this is fucking hard.
Yeah.
And I started playing bass guitar, and we would play together because she would like be able to teach me chords and stuff at least off of that because she knew how to play regular guitar and stuff. And so I started like kind of just casually playing it then, and then I got an opportunity to play in band, and they were like, did anyone play bass guitar? I was like, oh wait, I've actually been like practicing bass guitar.
Yeah.
So I ended up playing it for that, and I just got into it that way of like playing it more. I just miss it. Like it was just like fun because I actually picked it up.
Yeah.
Like I never picked up regular guitar, and I was like, I just won't play it again. So I want an acoustic bass that I could plug up. I think that would be sick. Yeah. And then I could eventually get like an electric or something because those are just more expensive, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, an acoustic is a great way to start anything, but acoustic bass guitar?
Eats, bro. So.
It just sounds so good. Yeah. Because acoustic guitar in general is just good, but like acoustic bass just. It hits. It's like Avi from Pentatonics.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's what it sounds like. By the way, his solo music.
I was gonna say a celebrity that I've kind of been obsessed with. I recently
What's his last name? Kaplan.
Yeah, I've recently rediscovered his music
Mm-hmm.
and like how
it's
good
like
it
folksy music.
Yeah,
oh, it's
and
so good.
Genuinely, I'm not gonna lie. I think after he left Pentatonics, I stopped really caring about them. Like I feel like they kind of like like they're still doing stuff and they're still doing great.
Right,
you know,
but it's just
for me personally, it started to kind of fall off with them. And
I think I stopped watching them around that time too.
Good, though.
Yeah. Like I have some of his music now saved. It's
like
just
it's like that like folk style music is so just
it's
nice.
So good.
It's
and then his voice just fits so perfect with the type of music he does. I'm glad he did a solo career because
I'm really glad that he didn't just like leave the industry completely.
Yeah.
But
because I mean also I know with stuff like that too, it's hard when you're in a group because it's like there's so many things that can happen when you branch off to doing a solo thing that can go wrong.
Well, I feel like especially for like branching off from him being like in an acapella group.
That's what I was saying, like Pentatonic specifically.
Music, like to go into like actual like instrumental music.
Very different.
It's a very big change. Yeah. Which also I feel like that was also obviously he said his reasons for leaving the group. And stuff, but I've always thought too, like it probably is like it was probably like a really nice refresher for him to leave and be able to like. Because with him being the bass, he only had like more like rhythmical parts instead of like being able to like showcase his voice and like his stuff. So like it was probably such a nice change for him to like actually be able to like sing in all the songs.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say it's also really interesting though seeing like the tones and stuff he decides to use when he sings like against his music because his voice is so deep. So it's like he really gets to find an interesting way to like showcase that with the music he chooses, and it just works so nicely. Like I remember the first song I heard, it was on a TikTok somebody had done, and they were kind of like showing them like going on a hike like through the mountains and stuff. And I was like, this video is like gorgeous, and I was like, what is this song with it? Like this is crazy. Then I saw it was him, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was gonna say because that's like because I knew that he left, but for a while I didn't know that he was doing like solo music until I heard one of his songs. And I was like, oh shit, this is like really good. And so I was like, when I went to go see, I was like,
no, wait a fucking second.
Is him?
Yeah. No, I felt the same fucking way because it's just so strange. Because I don't think I had like necessarily known he had left as much as it was like I would see random things about Pentatonics and he just wasn't there. Yeah. You know, so it's okay. Context clues tell me, but it's always sick when people defied. decide to like actually do solo stuff because it's like it just opens up so much different stuff for you.
Yeah, and it can
Like
either,
Harry Styles,
I was gonna say, like,
his
I feel
whole
like it is
career
one of
has
those things though
changed.
where it can also go very, very bad.
It has.
It has.
It has.
For a couple people.
Yeah, I mean, not to shit on One Direction because I am a One Direction girly and I know
Yeah.
I'll go to a concert one day. I want to.
I want to. What? Do?
But Zayn left first,
I will say, yeah.
which is fine.
Zayn left
He made his
first.
solo career. He made a good couple songs. Don't hear music from him anymore.
I was gonna say I can name one song by him. I think.
I don't know the name of it.
Pillow Talk. That's the
Sure.
one I know.
Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
Well pissed off the name eyes.
Oh.
That
My
that one.
God.
That's that
Yeah.
one.
It is that song.
I will
like,
not be starting a solo career. By the way.
I saw like that song, and
It's a
like
good
that's the only
song.
song I can think of by him.
Yeah.
Whereas
There was
like,
another one I
whereas,
know
like,
for
the
sure, but I
opposite
can't think of the name of it.
It's like Harry Styles. It's like fucking everybody knows.
Watermelon sugar high.
Yeah.
Well, so all of them started solo music
Yeah.
after they split
Oh,
off.
yeah,
But
also,
Zayn
Liam-
left first, and then they just dispersed.
Yeah.
And then Harry just. Niall kind of makes like countryish music.
Niall. That was the other one I was.
I
thinking.
listen to Niall.
One of them's on The Voice right now, as a judge.
It might be him.
I couldn't remember which one it was.
Let's look. I don't know.
I thought.
We got Google.
Yeah.
Google's.
I know one of them is on because it's like which I don't even really watch The Voice like that.
I have no idea.
So I see clips of it sometimes.
It's Niall.
Where like, oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah. I thought it was because he sounds like the only one that would do that other than Harry.
Yeah, I saw like a clip of it, like of a
Mhm.
couple like people that went on there, and
Mhm.
one of the people sang, I think, one of his songs,
Oh, okay.
and like she,
Period.
in front of it, I was like,
Mhm.
damn, like she, like there
Yeah.
are some people that go on that show where I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, like
Yeah.
yo,
What's interesting to me though, when groups split up like that, is to see what kind of music everyone makes too. Because Harry Styles definitely went for like pop
mm-hmm.
kind of thing. Zayn went for like pop R&B kind of vibe.
like a mix of kind of like
And
that,
then Louis Tomlinson, he has like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like it's almost like lo-fi crying to a beat, kind of like.
yeah,
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about him.
Yeah,
Like when you were naming the
I
people,
have
was
I
like,
have
was
like
I forgot
two
about
of
him.
his songs saved because they're
Mhm.
like really good.
Mm.
But it's definitely like music you would hear at a club kind of thing.
Word.
Like hyper pop almost.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what kind of music Liam makes. I know he does make music, and I've definitely heard a song, but I don't listen to him like that.
Yeah.
And then Niall, I've heard make a country song, and I was like, I'll be taking that.
I'll be taking it.
Because I was like,
I
who
was
is this? And then I was
listening-
like,
Yeah.
funny you mentioned that. You're
I was gonna say I've been listening to some like I don't fuck with country music like that, but I've been listening to some like older like female country artists, and they really put the cunt in country.
Period.
Like
Yes. I've actually been adding more country music since I moved to Montana because I've been finding some good stuff.
mhm.
However, I will say, I think I do kind of like country music, but it's not all of it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
like the
Well, I
pop
feel like
country
there's, like-
music is what I can't do.
Yeah. Well, I
'Cause
also feel like
that's
there's
the-
a difference between
Got a
like
beer in my truck. I'm gonna run this whole town up, and I'm like, I've heard this song in a
that
different
actually,
beat.
I swear to God, that's a line.
That it has to be. That's what I'm saying. It has to
But
be.
like, I don't know. It depends. Like there is like my general like overview of like countries. It's like male country artists. I'm usually like
Mid.
don't really fuck with.
Yeah.
But like female country artists.
Speaking of, hold on, let me run this. We're gonna try not to get copyrighted here. I'll stop it every couple seconds. But I've heard this one song recently.
So we just
She has a banger of like lines she says in this song, and I
Mhm.
was like, nah, she ate that up. It's called Stripes by Brandy Clark.
I know who that is.
Do you?
Yeah.
Damn, okay. Maybe I'll pick it up. It probably will. Don't listen. I'm gonna put non-copyright music over this.
Oh yeah. Yeah. This is such a good song.
Mm-hmm. Can't believe you do that on our bed. I got a pistol and I got a bullet. And a pissed off finger just
Ooh.
itching to pull it. This is what eats. An orange ain't my color. And if I squeeze that trigger tonight, I'll be wearing one or the other. This one? Worth the crime of fashion, and the only thing saving your life is I don't look good in orange and white stripes. I was like, yo, what did she say?
Yeah.
No crime of passion worth a crime of fashion is bars. And then when I was listening, because I was listening to a country playlist the other day, it's not got many songs on it, I'll admit.
Yeah.
It's got maybe 10, but those are a good 10. Okay? But a Conway Twitty song came on, and I was like, Conway Twitty go hard. And then I kept listening to the lyrics, and I was like, I'm scared. Because you forget the older music be having a... It's creepy.
Yeah.
It's creepy.
Well, also, and it's like a lot of country music, especially like older country music, has like that very like religious aspect pulled into it, and you're like,
well, so this one, when I was listening to it, I got scared because I realized as I was listening to it, hold on, let me get the lyrics, because that's what I was like, ha 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 ha, as it was like you're singing it because it's one of those songs you know really well, and then I was like, ha ha ha, I see this sparkling little diamond on your hand. It's a plain to see that you've already got a man. I can tell you're not about to fall for any of my lies, but I see the want to in your eyes. Deep in your smile, there's a quiet, soft desire, like the embers of a once raging fire. You know that I could light that fire. You know it isn't wise, because I see the want to in your eyes. How strong's a band of gold? Is it strong enough to hold? When a love is grown cold, a woman wants a love, sweet and warm. How many women just like you have silent schemes? How many men like me do they sleep with in their dreams?
What the
you
fuck?
Can stay or you can grow, and although I sympathize, I still see the want to in your eyes. He said, you got a husband. I see the ring on your finger.
I see the ring.
But I see the want in your eyes. Like, oh, he trying to fuck this married woman. That's what the host... Yeah. How strong is a band of gold? When I saw that part, I was like, how strong is a band of gold? And then I was like, wait, he said that sparkling little diamond on her finger. I was like, oh my god. He said, how serious is your marriage? Like, Conway Twitty? You can't do that.
You know who I was thinking of a completely different artist when you said him. Completely irrelevant.
Oh, which one?
Josh Turner.
Who's that? This is a dude we went to school with.
No, he's the one, like, I don't know. He's an old country artist. But I was thinking of him when you said that, and I was like, that's not the same person. That's a completely different person.
Oh, this is dude's name?
Yeah.
I've never seen him, but I definitely know I've never, like, heard his name, but I've definitely seen him. Is what I meant.
Yeah. You've definitely heard songs by him.
For sure. He looks very familiar. So strange.
Yeah. Okay.
Doesn't he sing gospel music?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure my grandma listened to him.
Yeah. That's what my mom and like my grandparents and stuff did. So
I think he makes like country gospel.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what my grandparents be listening to. Y'all know about the Kraft family though? They go crazy. There's something going on in the graveyard.
I'm not gonna lie. I was gonna say they be listening with like the fucking like.
Yeah, they'll be bringing out the synth like that. Yeah, I know. I heard a Christian song the other day, like a gospel song, and it was played on the organ. I was like, I don't want to like this.
I don't want to like this, but also,
this organ go bonkers. Yeah, it was something that was like, Jesus is rising. It did not sound like that. I did not. I did not. That was a very bad representation of what that song said. They sung good. I shouldn't have.
They sounded like that. I'm busting down in the church. Come on, like, eat them up.
Oh fuck! If they sung it like that, I'd be like, get this shit out of here.
Give me the fucking organ.
Yeah, like the fuck. No, the person sung good. Unlike how I just sang it, I was like, wow, that wasn't even good.
That was good though.
My pitch went crazy. For real. Put that shit back. Put that shit on a leash. Scary. Oh fuck! But yeah, I heard that the other day, and I was like, why does some gospel music just slap?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of does. Like sometimes I hear like an old gospel song, and I'm like, it makes me think of like back when I was in church. So it's almost like
You get a little flashback and you're like, why is it kind of good?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of good. Hello. I never did that. I don't know why I went for this. I feel like I never did any of that. It was just like, you know, you just do the
Oh,
put the head down kind
yeah.
of thing. Ugh. Chirk.
Church?
You remember going to
Chirk.
church when you were a kid?
Church.
Chirk.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I've blocked out every all of the religious stuff from my childhood.
I know.
Blocked it out.
I know. You have to. You don't have to, but like, I'd rather.
I lied to the people in my church about being saved.
Not the confession.
I was baptized and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no. Crazy. I lied. I didn't do anything. I literally
I
just
don't
walked
remember.
because I don't know. I don't think I know what praying is. I would go up to the altar and I
You're
would just
like-
stand there and be like,
Do I close my eyes now?
yeah.
Yeah. No, that's kind of what it is though, because I'd be sitting in church and I'm like, is everybody else's eyes closed still? And then I'm like,
You do the weird
yeah, you just kind of open one eye and you you look so creepy. Like imagine somebody was looking at you, they'd be like, ew.
Dude.
But I would always do that because it's like, y'all looking
Y'all
or what's
looking?
up? And everybody's kind of got their eyes closed, and I'm like, oh, everybody got their eyes closed, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to be here. My eyes were open. My eyes were open. Somebody, you
You
see a
open your-
flash.
I
And
was
somebody
like-
like, no.
Well, I was gonna say you open your eyes and you see Jesus, and he's just sitting there looking at you. He's like,
I would have believed real quick. I'd be like, oh shit,
"Oh,
this is my
shit."
eyes
He's gonna be
closed.
like, "Oh shit, I'm so sorry."
That's why we have our eyes closed. To be in church every time, I'm like, the Holy Ghost is up there.
That's how praying works. You close your eyes and they just appear.
Is that what they think happens? Because they always say they can feel him there, so they always close. So it's you're not supposed to
and they're
know he's there,
thinking.
but he's there.
But he's there.
'Cause he's the Holy Ghost.
I feel like we gotta move on.
Debunking religion. Go ahead and leave a comment. Is that what praying is? Do you see the Holy Ghost or not? Go ahead and slap that
We're gonna
comment
move on to
button.
that comment button.
Christian's gonna love this one
They're gonna love this.
or
one.
hate it.
Yeah.
Either way, I've come to terms.
We're two
The
gay
ones who
people.
get it,
I think
get
they
it.
already don't like it. So.
You know what? That's true.
Yeah.
The gays and Christians that get it, get it.
Yeah.
And the ones who don't, ratio. But my lips are getting dry.
I know.
It's been that cold weather.
Mhm.
Maybe catching up.
Oh
soon.
yeah, it's been I don't know.
I'm not used to it.
No.
No.
Well, you're not used to the rain. And
Yeah.
everything where you get the snow.
Yeah.
You don't get a
And I get it
storm.
every other week
Yeah.
or something, but it's just snow for an hour or two.
Mhm.
But yeah, so weird. Our rainy weather here be catching up to you. It was storming fucking crazy last night. I
Oh,
went outside
yeah,
and I
yeah,
almost
yeah.
fucking blew the fuck away. We went outside earlier when you got here and the chairs are flipped over
Yeah.
and everything's blown over. I was like, damn.
Damn.
It was scary outside last night. The wind was really whistling and I was like, y'all, it sounds
I
spooky
will
out
say
there.
that's when I sleep the best though.
Really?
Yeah.
I sleep
I
good when
slept
it's
so good last night, dude.
I sleep so good when it's storing, but not the wind.
Oh, so I love the sound of the wind.
I don't know. I think out here is just too much because I'm it sounds like my house finna blow off the foundation.
It's also too you're oh, that's sound like really strong wind tornado.
Yes, literally. Well, that's why I always wonder when I'm here because I'm oh, it just says thunderstorms, but
what does that
outside it
mean
sounds
here?
like tornadoes back
Yeah.
in the backyard. So I'm what's
Well, it's also
what's
I feel
the weather
Georgia
here, though?
thunderstorms can be literally anything
yeah,
on Earth.
a flash flood
Yeah,
after raining for an
it'd
hour.
be all right, severe thunderstorms, and it's all of a sudden it starts flooding. You see a tornado
and it's
in the distance.
it's
and
flash
then,
flood
some,
warning, tornado watch.
snow
10
on the
minutes
other side,
later,
you're
what?
What is this?
And you see the sun out still.
Yeah.
From not behind the clouds. You're
What's that old saying? If it was raining and the sun is out, it's the devil's beating his wife or something. It's some old ass fucking southern country saying.
the devil's beating his wife.
Yeah, they're saying. I was there was that whole thing where it's if the sun's out while it's raining, people would say that, and I'm but that's also those weird weird sayings that people use that it never made sense to me, and it's in retrospect, autism.
Yeah.
I don't get them.
I literally don't understand why it's funny.
People will make they'll say.
Oh, it's
have,
funny because you beat your wife. I get it. That's really funny.
That's really funny. But people will
Fucking
make sayings like that, and I'll sit there and I'm okay.
Yeah. Especially the southern ones, it's hard to pick
Yeah.
up. You're what the hell?
Yeah, and like they'll just and they're like, yeah, you know, and it's like, no, the fuck, I don't.
Yeah.
Like,
You get it? Do I get
do
it?
I get it?
Fuck no.
No, I'm calling the cops.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Like,
You've seen the devil beat his wife. First off, he's real. Second off,
Is
he
he-
beat his
He's
wife.
beat his wife?
Can the cops do
I
anything?
mean, he is
No.
the devil, so like, it makes checks out.
But he got married.
Yeah.
Who married the
Congrats.
devil?
Me.
Oh, congrats. Oh,
Congrats.
wait. Do you know?
Just
wait.
a- wait.
Never mind. I was saying the wrong thing.
Dude, that's funny.
The congrats wasn't the right
Congrats. Oh.
one. Congrats. Wait a minute. Is the saying true?
So true.
Is it what they say it is? Dude, that's awful.
Every time I think about like the devil or any kind of like thing like that, I just think of Supernatural.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I think it's funny though, because it's like they're just dudes.
Yeah.
You know?
that show like lives in my brain. I
Yeah.
think like
I've been thinking about rewatching it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I feel like me personally, if I were to ever rewatch it, I'd stop at like 5.
I think I'd stop
Because-
at 8.
Well, because what is it? Season 5 was like a perfect ending. It
Yeah.
would have been really sad, but like
Yeah.
it would have been perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect ending.
I think I would stop at about 8.
Yeah. Oh, but the only bad thing is it sucks because like up like 1 through 5, amazing, and then it's
Best
like
seasons.
6 sucks.
Yeah,
Like I remember season 6 because
Season
that was that
6?
the Leviathan season?
I think so.
Yeah, that one sucked so much.
Yeah, that one was
But
just
then
it
season
disappoints you.
10,
Okay, I was gonna say it disappoints you, and then season 7's like building up your trust again. And then I liked season 8. I had to force myself to watch season 9 because people talked about how good 10 was when
Yeah.
it came out, and I was like,
Season-
okay,
Yeah,
and I watched
because
it.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure
I could
when
watch
we
until
s-
10 though,
When we
easily.
started watching it,
Hmm.
it was when season 10 was on TV.
Yeah,
And I remember like
Yeah, 'cause I
me and
caught
Danielle
back
would
up.
binge watch
hmm
like every single season, like on like we'd stay up to like 4 in the morning
Yeah.
watching Supernatural.
Well, that's
Like-
what I ended up doing when it was like the seasons were coming out on
Yeah.
the TV. Was I had caught up so I could watch the episodes as they came out. So then I'd be like, pre-recording them, and I'm like, I'm watching
season
them.
1 and 2 though.
Yeah, hit different. Ugh. I can honestly watch season 1 of Supernatural and be like, fine. But I want to
Ew,
rewatch
season
it.
1 was creepy though. It was
Yeah.
the Bugs episode. It was like in the shower.
The pilot episode alone is fucking weird.
yeah.
Weird as shit.
The entire show starts out while you see his like mother burning on the ceiling.
Yes,
like,
bro. Yes.
Yeah.
But also, it's funny because when you go back and watch some of the episodes, you're like, what the fuck? Because like one of them was
Ew.
like when they had like possessed the like teddy bears or whatever, and that
Yeah.
one bear was just like cussing and walking around, and they're like, there's a pissed off
Ooh.
teddy bear in there. And it's like, what do you mean? No, he's nice. He's 6 foot tall. He's fucking nice.
Yeah, dude.
I'm scared.
Some I was thinking like I think in season 1 the Bloody Mary episode.
Don't like that one. That was a hard watch
That was a
because
hard-
I was like
Well, I was
actively
gonna
being
say,
terrified
that
of
and we're
things at my
also, like,
house.
13, 14.
Yeah,
like,
well,
we
that
were
was also
watching
when
it
I was
live.
like spooked by my room, like my
when you
bedroom.
were living in that haunted ass fucking house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, my old house I used to live in was like severely haunted, and
Mhm.
I don't know if my parents think so. I think my mom kind of thinks so because of how I was.
Well,
But
oh
my
God.
house was very
Ew,
haunted.
that was the house where like you'd have that reoccurring dream.
my recurring nightmare.
Yeah.
Haven't had it since we moved out.
Yeah.
That's what got
So-
me. Was like, oh, it was the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like we need like to discuss that because that
Oh,
dream
yeah.
insane. Like
So I used to have this reoccurring nightmare when I lived there, which I would have all kinds of like weird nightmares. And actually, because of it, now I can lucid dream super easily. Like 99% of the time, I know I'm dreaming. And if I don't know when the dream starts, before the dream ends, I know.
Mhm.
Like I know. Because like you just notice weird things in dreams. Like when I'm talking to somebody,
Yeah.
and then instead of getting up and leaving the room to like walk into a different room, I blink and I'm in a different room, and I'm like, a dream.
Oh fuck.
I'm like, a dream, because did not walk anywhere.
Yeah.
But they also feel more realistic because of it, so it's really strange. Because it's like you're sitting there talking to somebody, and then they mention somebody, like, and I know who they're referring to, but it's not the same
Yeah.
person. Like, I had one dream where Gracie was talking about you, but when I thought about you, I saw Hayden. And I was like, that's not Brody.
That's not Brody.
That's Hayden.
That's Hayden.
But in the dream,
Oh,
I
and then-
knew
and
it
then
was
that-
you. Like, I knew
Yeah.
it was your name, but, like,
Yeah.
you weren't in the dream. So it was like,
Weird.
yeah, so it was like one of those things, because I'm like, well, this is a dream, because I just knew Brody was
Yeah.
Hayden, and he's not Hayden in the dream, so, like, I'm fucking dreaming, because that makes no sense.
Yeah, that's you.
So it's like one of those kind of things. So I'm like, weird things happen, so I would know. But with that, when I lived in that house, it would always be this reoccurring dream that I would have like a friend or something come over to my house to like hang out or whatever. And we'd get into the front of my house and we'd be like going to go up the stairs. And whoever I'm talking to is like terrified, like looks horrified. And I'm like, what? And they're like looking above me on the ceiling and they're like, it's just that there's something on your ceiling, but every time you move, it like turns to where you can't see it. Like it crawls to where you can't see it on the ceiling. And like I would turn around and it would move out of my vision. And they're like, it's still doing it. And I'm like, what? And so everybody gets scared and they're like, I have to go. And I'm like, please don't leave me. Because I would be like feeling it moving one. Because when I would be hold on before I get into this part.
Oh god.
So one, I could like feel that I was being watched, because also because I would be like, someone else has told me this every time I had the dream. I'd be like, this is the 5th person that's come over and told me that. So like it keeps happening. And so it's like, you know, you're being watched.
Mm-hmm.
But then it'd be like sometimes my parents in the dream, it'd be like my parents were going out and I knew they were going out. And I'd be trying to like go find them to ask if I could go because I didn't want to be at the house by myself. But I would always not be able to find them and they would just leave. And I'd be like, fuck. I couldn't get to them, you know? And so I'd be like, fuck, I couldn't get to them. And so I'm at my house and I would text my mom and be like, if I need you guys, I need you to come home. And my mom would be like, yeah, you know, of course. And so I'd be at the house or something in the dream and I'd be like watching a movie and then I would think I would feel something. So I would pause it and I would like turn really fast and I could hear the scattering. Like I could hear like the scampering. And so I'm like,
Ew.
And the worst part is before I would feel like something was watching me was like, it felt like it was from the vents. So I was like, it lives in the ceiling.
It's in the walls.
Yes. Yes. And so such a fucking creepy reoccurring nightmare to have. And so I always just was like really creeped out at that house. And there's like a ton of other stuff that had kind of happened. Maybe we should make that a whole episode. We can talk about spooky stories, like our experiences.
Yeah.
Because we have plenty we could tell.
Oh yeah, because I've told you about the nightmare that I had recently, where I was like stuck in that fucking house and I was like running around I was like, every time I'd run around a different hallway, it would change. Even if I went back the same direction, it would change again.
So fucking weird.
Like, and then I got pulled into the walls at the end, and it was
not good. Not okay.
I remember waking up from that like sweat, and I was like, I need to go take a cold shower.
I need to take a shower and a breather.
Yeah. Dude, like those are fucking awful too.
Yeah, those dreams. The ones where you're literally like running, fighting for your life. You're like, why?
Yeah.
Like, why right now?
My brother used to do like the ones like where like he'd have the like I haven't ever had one like this, but like the dreams where you're falling.
Oh, I've definitely had those.
Like my brother's talked to me a lot about those. Like where he's had those where he'll like fall off the bed because of them. Like it's like
I did do one time where like because in the dream I was falling, I sat up when I woke up because it was like you're trying to like grab up to anything,
has been
you know.
A couple different times where like I don't even like I can't remember the dreams that I'm having, but I'll wake up and like I'll like jolt because it's like something will happen in the dream.
Well, yeah, so I had one that was like that. So weird. I had been like kidnapped by somebody. But it was at like a house I knew, so they had just like, because I think it was like my great aunt's house, like mine and Andrew's grandmother.
Yeah.
But we would go there after school sometimes. Like when we went to school together, we would have the bus take us there because both of our parents would be at work or whatever, and then they pick us up from there later. But it was her house, and it was like somebody had broken into the house and they found us, but like they found because they had a big dog that lived outside, so she had like a whole like dog house kind of built into like the bottom area of their house, so like in the backyard, but we got locked in there.
Ew.
And we were freaked out because we were like, how do they know they even like have this area? And so they were like holding us hostage there, and at some point in the dream I was like panicking trying to get out, and I was like scratching on the walls, and when I sat up I had my hands on the wall, and it was like I sat up like, and I was like I don't like that.
No, dude.
And that spooked me because it was like
Ew.
I literally was sitting up to like try and get
Yeah.
out, and I was like, but one good thing I will say about being able to lucid dream now is I can also control my dreams end. So like if things get too intense in a dream, I'm like, fuck
You're like-
this, yeah, done. And it's so weird because I used to be able to do it, but it would take me a couple minutes to come to. So I'm still like heart racing and everything. But like now when I do it, because I told you like most of the time I can recognize that it's a dream already.
Mhm.
So I'll be like, I'll let this play out, you know, because I'm like, I can choose when it fucking stops. So like, I'll let this play out.
Yeah.
And then it gets really, really like creepy, or I realize what's like, because it's like, it's the weird realization of knowing you're in a dream, but you still don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So it's like, you're kind of like watching it play out, and then you're like, oh, this is getting scary. No.
Well, I also feel
And then I'm
people,
like,
when people think of like lucid dreaming, they don't think of like what it like really like can be.
yeah.
Because like it's like one of those things like where it's like sometimes like it's like you said it's hard to control what's going on,
Mhm.
and so it's like you're aware that you're dreaming, but you can't wake up and you can't
Yeah.
like
Well, because half of it is
sometimes
like,
you can't change things in that moment.
yeah.
And so like when people think of lucid dreaming, they're like, oh, you could just do whatever you want in the dream because
Right.
it's a dream, and you know. But it's like that's not necessarily how that
Well,
works.
so
either. Like,
because I definitely do have dreams where it's like I think of something and like it happens in the
Yeah.
dream, but there's also times where it's like the dream's just playing out, but I can control what I'm doing and stuff,
Mhm.
but that doesn't change how the dream's playing out. I just change how I react to it because I know I'm dreaming. You know what I mean? So it's like really strange because I have had one before too where it was like we were all in an airport, and I think it was like four of us, but I can't remember who all was there, but we were in an airport. We were like getting in our car because we got a rental car. We were going on like a trip or like a road trip or something. And I remember I was thinking, I was like, we shouldn't get this car because something about it's fucked up. So like, I don't want to like rent a car that's like fucked up or whatever. And then I was like, well, I guess I could for like the dream, like just for the experience, like see what happens if it gets fucked up. Like I know it's a dream, so like it really doesn't matter. So I just didn't say anything to anybody. And then later in the dream, we ended up crashing the fucking car because the steering wheel went out. And I was sitting there, and the car was like, you know, like the airbags had went off and everything. And I was sitting in the car, and I was like panicking because I was like, this
Yeah.
was not supposed to be what happened. And I was like, we shouldn't have done it. And then I woke up like freaked out because
Well, dude,
after we crashed the car, I woke up
ew.
because I was like,
that's
I
like
thought
Final
about-
destination shit.
well, yeah, because what I thought about was looking around at everybody, but I was like, I don't want to look around at anybody because I wasn't driving the car either.
Oh, because
and
you
I
didn't
didn't-
want to like see like
If somebody had
yeah.
died or something.
Yeah.
And so I just literally, as
Ew.
soon as I had realized the car had crashed, I was like, no.
Done.
Yeah, like I woke up and I was like, I could have prevented the crash of my dream, but I didn't.
But
No! No!
Well, also, have you
Just don't
heard,
let
like,
it play out.
have you heard the theory that like the dreams are kind of like alternate
realities that you
that are
live?
happening,
Yeah.
and you're just getting a sight into them?
If that's true, that makes that dream weirder.
Yeah.
Because of the people who it was to. Because
Well,
it was
because
like
then-
now,
because
but
then
people I
that
don't
also,
speak
like,
to now.
Because also the crazy thing with that though is that like if that is the case, like people who can lucid dream, like does that mean like you are able to
You
like
get an
put,
insight of what's happening
like
in
you
the
get
reality.
to like essentially like put yourself into like
I hope not.
Because, like-
because
like-
if that's me making the decision
Yeah.
for my alternates.
well because like I'm thinking like
no.
because the way that I think about dreams is like because I view all my dreams in third person,
Which is third person.
like where you're like
You're like a camera.
yeah
You view all of yours like
Mhm.
that.
yeah all of my dreams are in third person. I never have like dreams like in my person.
Whoa.
Like from my eyes, it's almost like I'm looking at it like this. Where I'm like,
Crazy.
like how like we're sitting here like this. I view dreams like that.
Whoa. I do sometimes, but most of mine are first
like,
person.
all of mine.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Dude. That's
Which is
wild.
Weird, yeah.
Yeah.
Because then when I think back and I'm like trying to like tell people about their dreams, I'm like, I don't remember how I felt in this because I remember just looking at me.
Like I was
while
trying to pick up context clues.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so crazy.
Mhm.
No, I've definitely had a couple like that, but most of mine are like first person.
And
Which
so
is
that's
why I think it
was
makes it
thinking-
weirder because I'm
Yeah.
like, you're more like immersed into it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like I'm playing
Because
VR.
because then it's like, what if this is a like alternate reality and now
Yeah.
I'm in it?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I definitely have thought about it though while I was dreaming before, but it creeps me out when I think about stuff like that when I'm dreaming. Because if like I'm like, I know I'm dreaming right now because I'm like conscious and I can tell
Yeah.
that I'm dreaming, but I'm like, that also means though I'm sleeping and awake
Yeah.
because I'm like
Yeah.
literally playing stuff out in my head and like making choices and stuff. Maybe that's why I'm so indecisive in person, is because
Oh, because you can play
in-
it out in your head.
and
like
and
in
I'm
dreams
just
and
like
stuff,
I'm like playing Sims in my head.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've seen it played out. But yeah, dude, I don't know. It's really strange though, because the older I've gotten, the weirder my dreams are, because it's
Mhm.
like I told you, like it's just like I know. Like I'm sitting there doing something and I'm like, oh, I'm dreaming now.
I'm dreaming.
Because it doesn't happen super often either. Like I don't dream that often.
Mhm.
But it like I don't know. I would say at least every 2 weeks I have like a dream that maybe I can't necessarily remember all the way, but like it's one of those things where you wake up and you kind of like recall stuff. Like when you wake up directly, like the first time,
Which
you're kind of like come
There's one I
into,
want to
you
talk to you
know.
about after podcast,
Okay. But it's just that kind of thing typically, because sometimes I'll have ones that are so like weird or creepy that like I remember when I
Yeah.
fucking wake up, but some of them it's like I'm thinking about it as soon as I wake up, but then like after I'm fully awake, I'm not. It's already gone by that point.
Mhm.
But sometimes I wonder about that. I'm like, what dreams have you just not remember that you've had?
I've had a lot of like nightmares that I can't
Yeah,
remember.
those are the ones I usually
Yeah.
remember. I feel like
Oh really?
yeah,
because
like,
you wake up and you're like, oh my god, that was such a crazy thing.
Yeah.
That, like, yeah, I can see that.
or
too.
like it spooks you because like if you're already aware of what's going on and something creepy happens, it spooks you more.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like then you wake up, because I'd wake myself up immediately and be like, I gotta
Well,
chill for a minute.
gotta chill for a
What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, because also like I don't know. I've had a lot of dreams where it's like I don't want to like not like necessarily like supernatural shit will happen, but like just like things that normally wouldn't happen,
Right.
like in like
Right.
a normal day to day. When like that's when I kind of like will sometimes
Okay.
realize that I'm dreaming.
Okay.
Or if like something like if I'm in a situation where I'm like I would never do this as a normal person,
Yeah.
and then like and it's like but I'm doing it in a dream, so I'm like this is not
Mm-hmm.
this is not right. Something's
Mhm.
wrong. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but usually like I'll wake up if I start to realize,
Yeah.
because I can't like if
Okay.
I start to realize I can't control it being like oh this is fine. I just keep going.
Okay.
I like when I realize I'm like dreaming. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm dreaming. Wake up. And I'm like,
Wait
I
a
need-
minute.
And so I'll wake up and like,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's so interesting. Because I've never thought about how like other people like perceive their dreams and stuff, especially like in point of view things. It's so strange.
so weird.
Oh, maybe I should do that one day for like a fun little like film kind of thing. It's kind of like film
Yeah.
things and like the perspective of stuff you kind of see things in dreams. Because it's also weird because I don't know how to explain it sometimes. Like, because I told you most of the time it is like first person kind of thing, but it'll also
Keep going. I'm thinking in my brain.
okay, but it'll like I don't know, like I'll be first person, but also at the same time it's like I almost have like insight to what it looks like from somebody's other
Yeah.
like somebody else's point of view. Like I'm always thinking what I'm thinking, but I can like switch point of view kind of thing.
Mhm.
What?
Sorry. So okay. So you know how we were talking about like if like dreams are like alternate realities, right?
Okay.
And how like you are seeing things like say like if you're in a third person like kind of viewing it from a down angle, right?
Okay.
What if like in that reality that's the dream that you're having where it's like something's above you, it's your alternate self watching you. So whenever people were saying like they could see it above you, that's actually just you watching yourself, but from a different.
I don't know. That makes me feel better.
I know that makes me feel worse.
That's so weird. I've never even considered that. Ew. That's weird.
Yuck.
Ew, what did I look like? Why did everybody seem scared?
Everybody seems scared.
Well,
But
I
bet
guess
that'd be weird. You're like, Jesse, you're on the ceiling also,
Watching
like
you.
watching you.
I'm
and it's
scared.
like I'm scared.
well, I could understand why that alone would. Somebody'd be like, I have to go.
I have
Unfortunately,
to go.
you are somehow on the ceiling watching yourself, and I cannot be here.
cannot be
Because
here.
if that was the case, I would have left.
I would have left.
I would have
Yeah.
looked and would have been like, I would have said shit. I wouldn't have even been as nice as they were. I would have been like, ew, no, I'm going. Yeah, there's no way.
Ew, because then that also opens up a realm of like, what if it's not actually you up there, but it just looks like you, and then it's like Skinwalker.
If there's an alternate reality where a skinwalker lives in my vents, I don't like that one.
I don't like that one. We're
I'm
not
glad I'm
doing
here. Because, yuck.
Yeah, that's like some like fucking Doctor Strange multiverse shit. Like,
Yeah, I couldn't handle that. I
Couldn't
could
handle
never. And it's so weird because I don't remember how most of those dreams end. That's just like the one part I would remember. But I know they go longer than that. Oh, I did remember one time I did time myself when I fell asleep because one, I was trying to see how quickly I fell asleep, but I was also trying to see if I had a dream, like how long it lasted. And I did it one time, and I remember I had a dream where I lived through like a week, and I woke up and I was only asleep for 15 minutes.
Oh, shit.
And that tripped me out.
Yeah.
Because I fell asleep in 2 minutes.
Yeah. Dream time is weird.
Yeah.
Like,
and I've always tried to find a clock in my dreams because I see stuff about people saying to never check the time or like you can't check the time. And I've always wanted to do it, but I can never find one.
I was gonna say that's also a surefire like method to like see if you are dreaming.
Really?
Because I've heard a lot of people talk about like if they want to lucid dream or they're trying to like see if they are in a dream, they'll ask people to show them something on their phone. Because a lot of the time you don't have phones in your dreams. And so people are like, if they're like talking about something,
I've never had a phone in my dream, except it's crazy because you would call people, but I never remember picking up a phone to call somebody. Yeah. I'm like, I just have to call somebody, and then you're talking to them.
So it's one of those things where it's like if you ever want to like figure out if you're in a dream or not, if somebody's like talking to you about something, you can be like, oh, can you show me? And then they'll be like, they're like, oh, no, I can't. Like, I can't show you. And then that's when you're like, okay. Why not?
Huh.
But then it's like, then that could also go into a really scary territory, being like, why can't you show me? And then like,
that's like me telling you I had the dream where I told them I knew it was a dream, and I told them none of this was real.
You shouldn't be here.
Y'all, let me tell you some shit. I don't know if it's a general rule that I just didn't know, but I had a dream one time where I told the people in the dream that it wasn't real because everybody was like freaking the fuck out because something was going on. Like I can't even remember what was happening, but I was like, guys, it's fine. I was like, literally none of this is real. Like this is a dream, and like the people were like, they stopped like talking and everything, and they were like looking at me and they're like, you're not supposed to be here. And I was like, because then I immediately was like, not funny,
not funny anymore.
And I was like, what? And they're like, you're not supposed to be here. Nobody talked the rest of the time. Like I think I had like walked around a little bit, and I was still kind of like trying to talk to people and stuff, but it was like everybody was silent. And so I woke up because I was like, I fucked up. I should not have said that shit. I was like, I don't know if I scared them, but they scared me. So yeah, don't ask dream people. Well, not ask. Don't tell them they're not real. Don't tell them
you're dreaming if you ever realize it.
Yeah. Because, I don't know, I feel like maybe if I just said, like, this feels like a dream, or I feel like I'm dreaming, they would have, like, and made a little joke or something. And be like, no, like you could have been. You never know. And I'd be like, haha, I do know. You know? Like, I'm thinking
But it's the fact that you told them, like,
they weren't real. And I was like, this isn't real.
I'm so
imagine that in an alternate.
Well, I was gonna say I'm imagining like I'm just living out my life, and somebody looks at me and they're like, "This is my dream. It isn't real, so it's okay." And I'm like, "Ha ha ha! Why would you say that?"
Yeah, and you go, "You're not supposed to be here because you're scared." Because it's like, if you're dreaming, you're not supposed to be here. This is real life. And then they're like, "What?" And then everybody else doesn't say anything.
Yeah,
because they're scared.
Freaked out. I'd be scared.
And then, I was gonna say, and then they keep going around to people, and everybody's like, You're freaking me out. So maybe that's what happened. Like, maybe that's why they all reacted that way, is because I freaked them out.
That's how time travel works. Through dreams. We can unpack this on the podcast. I feel like this is too deep for the podcast, and I don't think we can do it. I'm freaking myself out. Like, I'm going to get scared.
We felt too deep.
I'm more scared than I was when we read creepypastas, I think.
Which that?
And I rewatched that podcast.
I know, it's so good, but I get re-creeped out when I watch it.
Yeah, that one is my favorite one to re-listen to.
Yeah, no, 100%. The creepypastas always go hard. We'll definitely end up doing another one in the future, because I loved those. Loved those.
Also, the Reddit stories for sure, too.
Oh, for sure. Those are something easy, though, we can do that'll just, like, be nice to kind of go through and read and whatnot. But, we are...
I was going to say, we're probably
way past time limit, so we can go.
Yeah.
We can get out of here.
Alrighty. Well, with that being said, y'all.
Damn, my fault.
My fault.
My bad.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week once again. As always, every Mondays when we upload the podcast. Make sure you tune in then. Turn on those notifications. Like, subscribe, the whole jazz. Yeah. Thanks for stopping in. You know, it was fun to do like a nice little in-person podcast, and
We have some fun surprises coming up for everybody too. So I'm excited. But all right, we did it. God, I was laying on my other arm, so that's just what it is.
All right, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Wait, I gotta do the click.